Hello everyone. So today you are going to start your new chapter, that is chapter number 12, Age of Exploration. In this chapter you are going to read about different European explorers and discoveries of the new sea routes. Earlier when they want to discover new places, they mainly use sea routes because roadways and railways are not so much developed. Even they were not in the presence only. For the if they want to move on roads, they are either using their carts or by the foot they move, and they are not having these motor vehicles all. So let's get started. In this let's get started. You will read yourself. See, what do you think Europeans started exploring new places in 15th and 16th centuries? In this chapter you are going to read about 15th and 16th and 15th and 16th centuries development, how they explore new places, what they discovered, and many things. So when you will further read the chapter, you will come to know about these things. See, we shall learn European explorers, they just visited different places in the world and discovered many new places. First one is the Bartolomeo Dias, was the first European to sail around the southern tip to Africa. And second one is the Ferdinand Magellan. He carries out the first successful circumnavigation of the world. Means round. So he proved that the earth is round. Christopher Columbus opened the Americas to the European settlement, and Vasco da Gama was the first person to sail directly from Europe to India. That was he firstly discovered the route directly from Europe to India. So Europe went through many changes in the 15th and 16th centuries. People were curious about new places and wanted to visit these far away lands. Means they were curious to know. Of course we are also curious to know about new places, so they are. Some wanted to discover new lands, some were looking for new faster routes to the cotton and spice markets of the east. We were in the east side. India and these Asian lands, they are on the east side, so they wanted to discover towards these areas. As you know about all the continents where the where Europe continent is situated, where this Asia is there. You can see from that these spices were produced in India. A spice market we are having here, very great spice market in the south, and so as in Sri Lanka, that was known as Ceylon in past, and Moluccas or the Maluku Islands, which were earlier known as the Spice Islands. The age of exploration. What is the age of exploration? That was the period when the European began exploring the world via sea travels, in which new trading routes, wealth, knowledge, what they want to discover, new wealth, knowledge, and many other new trading routes, so they can have a trade easy. So let us learn about some brave explorers. First one is the Bartolomeo Dias. Bartolomeo Dias, his period was 1450 to 1500 CE. Was a Portuguese explorer. He was a Portuguese explorer. He was a knight at the court of King John II. What was known as knight? Knight means a respected person in the court of the king. Bartolomeo Dias was the first European to sail around the southern tip of Africa in 1488 CE, opening the sea route to Asia via Atlantic Sea and the Indian Oceans. Dias had discovered the Cape of Good Hope, which is where it is. The Cape of Good Hope is in African continent. You will find this in African continent, which he originally named as the Cape of Storm, where he died in due to these storms only. Later King John II renamed it as the Cape of Good Hope, as it marked the opening of a new route to the east. With the opening of this new sea route, Europeans could directly trade with East Africa, India and the other parts of Asia, bypassing land routes of the Middle East. So this one is clear. An illustration means, as we are not having cameras in those areas in those era, so these illustration forms of pictures you are having. Ferdinand Magellan. Now Ferdinand Magellan his period was 1480 CE to 1521 CE. Was a Portuguese born explorer and navigator who undertook sailing expeditions on behalf of Spain. Means he was from Spain. What is expedition? An organized journey for a particular purpose, especially to an unfamiliar means that place which is not familiar, means exploring the new place. In 1519 CE, Magellan set out to sail around the world with 5 ships. He sailed south across the Atlantic and in November 1520 into the Pacific Ocean through the strait that is now named after him, the Strait of Magellan. A painting of Ferdinand Magellan is given. See, this is the illustration of his ship. Magellan was able to reach only till the Philippines, where he was killed in the battle with the natives. Means when any particular person is reaching to the place, the natives were the people which are already living there, they had war with them, and he was killed at that time. His deputy John Sebastian Elcano returned to Spain with the huge quantities of cloves. What are cloves? Long, means these are the spices, but with only one ship. He set out with 5 ships, and now only one ship is left. That was the first successful circumnavigation of the world. Circumnavigation means, already I have told you that he took the round, means earlier people don't know that the earth is round. So when this circumnavigation proved that the earth is round, gave an idea about the distribution of the land and water on its surface. So this one is clear. Tomorrow we will further read about the other explorers. Thank you.